Good morning, guys. Guess what day it is? January 1st. Okay, it turned off, but you saw it. It is 2026. I'm actually mind blown. This is crazy. First video of 2026. First video I've posted it in like 4 months. But we're back. And the plan is to not disappear this year. I think just about every year I've disappeared at some point throughout the year. That's the New Year's resolution this year. I'm not disappearing. I think that's a pretty big goal. Another goal is to not get this white in the winter. Actually, believe it or not, I still have tan lines. They're not really there. You can't see them. I do have tan lines still. They're very, very faint, but they are there nonetheless. Anyways, you're gonna literally come on a day in my life here, the first day of the year. For some reason, I have felt the most and least prepared for this year at the same time. But we have some life updates. First of all, I chopped my hair off. This is a more recent update. My hair is also crazy right now. It's like 9 in the morning. What time is it? 9:30, so bear with me here. But I chopped a bunch of my hair off after letting it grow for like 2 years. And actually it's already grown back a little bit. That's life update number 1. I've been building some good habits. I plan to keep those going in 2026. And it will all make sense throughout this video. I'm convinced 2026 is my year. And it may not be at all, but I'm convinced that it is. Even if I'm starting it looking this crazy. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I pretty much ended the year sick. Like I was sick for like 3 days after Christmas. And then I got better for New Year's. I did have a reason for saying that. I forgot where I was going with that. I'm getting distracted on my phone. Obviously, I said in 2025 I was gonna visit all 50 states. That didn't work out. I do still have some states though that you haven't seen yet that I will post. This will be the first time I've ever filmed first day of the year, and we're gonna see how productive it is. I want it to be productive, but I also want to like give myself some time to like chill and like really think out the next year of my life. Look who's back. For those of you who don't know, this is Charlie. This is my sister's dog. She's a Chihuahua Wiener dog mix. She's been with us for the last week. She'll be with us for a few more days, and then she'll go back to Florida with my sister. Because I guess update number 1, my sister left Hawaii and lives in Florida now. Oh wait, I think you already, I never posted my Florida video. Nope, you didn't know that yet, so now you know. My sister lives in Florida with her boyfriend and Charlie. She's ready to go home. She's ready to be back with my sister in Florida. Okay, let's get the day started. I've been talking for like 11 minutes. Luckily, I think I cut most of this out for you. I have a few things that I've been doing lately. Number 1, this is my sourdough. I somehow ended up obsessed with the idea of sourdough, making sourdough. So yeah, that became a newer obsession of mine. And so I started it, and then I went to Florida for like 10 days. So I stopped it, and then I haven't started back up since then, but I'm gonna start it. I like to clean up this bottle, but that's not gonna work, so we're not doing that. So I'm gonna feed this sourdough right now, and then I'll get to my next thing that I don't think I've talked about, even though I've done it before. She looks beautiful. My other thing, and I did this in the past, I just can't remember if I ever filmed it. I don't think I did. I haven't checked on these in a while. Some of them are growing. Another current obsession of mine, I've been trying to grow avocados. This is my 2nd time doing it. First time went super well, and then I brought my avocados to Florida, and literally like the 1st or 2nd night that they were there was a freeze. And my avocados all died. And my first ones took so much longer to grow than these ones did. That's why I started these ones when I did, because I was like, okay, at this rate, like they'll be good by like spring. So I'm gonna have to come up with a plan for these guys. Trying to get the paper towel off of it. She's still got some paper towel there, but look at that guy. Don't love how he grew, but he grew nonetheless. Boom. That's number 2. Those were done on the same day, and the difference in growth in them, so weird. Anyways, I have 5 of these right now. Looks like only the 1 is gonna go into a pot, so that one's just got a little tail going also. Alright, she don't look too bad, but I'm gonna let it grow more. First time, I didn't realize you had to wait like freaking 10 years before it'll actually like produce avocados. I was kind of disappointed when I discovered that. However, here I am now making another one. Obviously it didn't disappoint me that much. This will be relevant because I actually have somewhere that I can plant them now, but I'll get to that soon. These three going back up. I might low-key just set this in a thing of water right now because I gotta wait till my dad wakes up to ask him if we have dirt. I'm going to be lazy with breakfast this morning and make cereal. I think back in like October, I started following a strict budget because we have student loans to pay back. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. Getting all of this ready. I just pulled up a random one here. All income, all expenses, and then this has a drop down so I can filter everything. And then goals versus what I actually spend in this category. Oh, sorry, in this category. And then it does my total income for the month, total expenses, and then how much is left over. These are things I pay every single month, so then I can just put an X there once it's paid. My savings account, and then loans. So yeah, this is basically what I do at the start of every month. So I'm gonna finish filling this out, and then we'll go to the next thing. Unfortunately, the whole start of this all is stuff I can't film. Next thing I do every few months is change all of my passwords to just about everything. Probably my least favorite part, but you know, I like it more than if I were to get locked out of something. And then honestly, I write them all down because if not, I'd forget them because I changed them. All passwords have been changed, and actually it took way less time than I thought it would, which is fantastic. Now what I'm doing is going through all of my SD cards and SSDs, organizing those so that we are set up for the new year. And you would think, considering I haven't posted on social media in forever, that these would all be empty. They aren't. I've been filming. Even though I haven't been posting, I've been filming. So there's a lot of footage on a lot of these SD cards. I need to buy 2 more of these guys. I already own 2 in my life. They're both 2 terabytes, and I need more. But I need one that's like designated for pictures. Sometimes I'm terrible when I need an SD card and don't have time to transfer footage. I will like push it onto a different SD card. I end up with an SD card with hundreds of videos of all different stuff, and it becomes a mess. It has been a few hours. I've been actually very lazy today. My room has been the craziest mess of all time. I'm just giving you a slight look because it's that bad. Since I was just sick, and it's winter and it's cold, and I did low-key just do a deep clean like a month ago, I'm gonna do another one. I feel like my room's been extra dusty and I don't know why. I'm gonna sit on my floor. We're gonna start over here with my camera stuff. It's like 3 p.m. The sun's already going down, but I'm going to just start doing a deep clean in this room because I need it. I probably reorganize these shelves every 2 to 3 months. But they still manage to get so messy. You can't even really tell. It's mainly these bins. These bins get terrible. So that's where we're gonna start. Sorting through this giant mess. There's also this one. And then there's just stuff sitting on the side here as well. I should have started with that. Whatever. We're gonna start going through these. One of my favorite things every time I do this is that I always find old devices. So here's like the first 3 phones that I had. This is an iPod. This was my sister's. This was my iPod. First one. This was like my first phone basically. Obviously she got destroyed. From the iPod, then I went to the iPhone 4, I think this is. I don't know if you could tell, but I think the battery's expanding. So I'm taking this out of this bin now. I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck to do with it. And then from that one, I went to the iPhone 7, and I literally remember getting this phone. This was my favorite, one of my favorite phones. And I for sure still have a charger for this one. From the 7, I went to the XR. And then from the XR, I went to the 14 that I have now. I might have done XR 14. I might have the 16 now. I don't know. Something like that. But it's always my favorite to look at my eras of phones. I am trying really hard to organize. And I hate to say it, but I don't think it's gonna go very well. I just have so much camera stuff. Majority of it I barely use, but like I do still use it. so I can't get rid of it. It might not look like it, but these 3 shelves I cleaned off. So now I'm moving over to this guy. This shelf basically just holds all of my stuff to make rings. Good morning, you beautiful humans. We've warped over to Monday, and now it's a quiet house. I've been on a serious cereal eating kick lately. I think just because it's so easy. I was gonna have this video be like a one and done day. Today seemed like the perfect day to add into this video to explain 2 new things in life lately that I haven't explained in this video yet. Okay, so here's the tea. Not that it's really tea, but the life update. My parents are currently in Kentucky because my brother moved from Hawaii back to the mainland, bought a place in Kentucky. And then from Kentucky, they are going to Florida because they bought a property in Florida. And I say property because it does have a home on it, but it's basically an abandoned property. Originally, we felt like it was just kind of like a crappy property. After I went there with my dad when they closed on the property, I came to the conclusion that I feel like it's more of an abandoned property than it is a crappy property. It's crappy because it's abandoned. I don't know what the story is, and I kind of wish we knew the story of the place and how it got to the way that it is, but unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever learn that. Once I post the rest of my travel videos, then we'll start the abandoned house videos. And it'll be a slow process because obviously I am still in Illinois. My parents still live in Illinois. There's no rush to go to Florida. This is your sneak peek here. It's a situation of clean up a lot of garbage, knock down the manufactured home that's on it, eventually put whatever my parents want on there. We'll move there at some point. I say we because in my mind, I never want to stop living with my parents, even though I know I have to eventually. I will say that them now buying a place has really started my searching for a place in the same area because their place is around Jacksonville. My sister is in Jacksonville. My brother is in Jacksonville. I'll eventually get to Jacksonville. So I have started the searching for a place to live, my own home for the future in Jacksonville. But for now, I live with my parents. So it'll be a process. It'll be spread out over years. Now that that exciting news is out of the way, I have to say this. We're gonna ignore the mess behind me, but I've officially finished my first book of 2025. I read this book because it's Parvati's memoir, and if you don't know who Parvati is, she is a Survivor player. In my opinion, the best Survivor player. It ended up being my favorite book ever, and this is the first book that I have read, and again, it's a memoir, so I really didn't expect this, but it's the first book I've read where I'm like, I will read this book again. It's basically like how she retrained her brain and her thoughts and her mind and changed her life to give herself a better life. That's like my basis of how I can say it without giving away her story. It was just a good story and a good book, and it just changed my perspective on a lot of things with like trauma I've been through and stuff like that. Like I can't express it. It's a good book. If you like reading, I would recommend this book. Anyways, easy 5 stars for this. Even though it's a memoir, I wouldn't rate it like anything less than a 5 stars. It wasn't even a question. It wasn't even like, I don't want to give this 5 stars, but it's a memoir, so I'm going to. This was a 5 stars, no questions asked, like easiest decision I've ever had with rating a book. I ended the year reading The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping. It was really good. I am really excited for the movie. I kept convincing myself that the movie was coming out in March because there's like 2 or 3 movies that I want to see in March for book, but it's not. It's not coming out till November. I should have known, but whatever. So I'm upset I have to wait that long, but the book was good. I think I gave it 5 stars also. If you want to keep up with reading, I always put my Goodreads link in the description. You could add me. I update it like crazy because I've had too many times where I'm on a page and I don't update my Goodreads, and then my bookmark will fall out of my book and then I have no idea what page I'm on, so it drives me nuts. So pretty much every time I put the book down, I update my progress on it. Every time my parents are gone, the first few things I do is like just clean the house like crazy. So that's what most of today is gonna be. Until I figure out what I'm gonna cook, go grocery shopping, probably cook for the week. I also probably will end up sleeping in my parents' bedroom, so I'll have to wash these sheets again before they come home, but they're gone for like 2 weeks. Parents' bed is also a water bed, so it's just more comfy than my bed. So I usually will sleep in it when they're gone. I'm gonna do dinner at my grandmother's house on tomorrow, Tuesday, tomorrow. And then we're gonna do homemade pizzas here on Wednesday. Got that done. Now I just have to figure out a meal for tonight. List has been made. I don't think there's anything else that I need. This should all feed me for a week. So, we're chilling. All that time I sat alone in my tower, you were just home.